In a previous video, I explained to you how to propagate ginger. Now, 5 months later, the ginger has grown. It's time to repot it. In that video, I explained how to propagate ginger rhizomes. I mainly kept the parts where there was a small green bud. So now, as a result, things are going well. It was watered and kept warm at around 25 degrees almost all the time. But what do we have? We have a 50% success rate. Well, the explanation is pretty simple. Some were a bit neglected when it came to watering, and especially they didn't have enough green buds. So now we're going to repot it into a pot so we can keep it indoors this winter. What's quite curious is that we're close to Provence reeds and bamboo, and the ginger leaves are quite similar. So before repotting them, we're going to soak them first. It's important to thoroughly soak the root ball because right now they are fairly dry. I admit I'd forgotten them in a corner of the tunnel, but they've grown well. Another issue, sometimes a problem, is what we call suckering. There were roots growing out from underneath. That's why it's so important to soak them well. And this will take several minutes, as long as there are bubbles. In the meantime, I'm going to prepare a pot. So it's an unperforated pot, and I'm going to add drainage with gravel and some clay powder. For the substrate, I chose a universal potting soil. It could have been a potting soil for green plants. The main thing is that it's light enough. Well, we have to admit that we've already lined the bottom of the pot, and I add a little bit of fertilizer, an organic fertilizer, to enrich it. Just a small handful that I mix in. And I fill my pot 2/3 full with my universal potting soil enriched with organic fertilizer. It's now been a good 10 minutes that my pots have been soaking in water. They have been well immersed. I'm taking them out of their pots. So now let's take a look at the roots. Beautiful roots, white roots. And then you can see small swellings with new shoots, a sign that my medicinal ginger has started growing again nicely. I place it in the pot. Gingers like to have their roots fairly close together, so I'll take advantage of that and put my 4 ginger seedlings in the same pot. I place them at the bottom, but not too deep either. There you go, it makes for a beautiful potted plant, a lovely green plant. There, and I fill in with my potting soil. When repotting a plant, whatever it may be, you should always leave a small gap of 2 or 3 centimeters at the top, if only to make watering easier, especially if it's a pot you'll be keeping indoors so that it doesn't overflow. Ginger tuber can be found at a grocery store in the produce section. You could just as easily find ginger as a houseplant at a garden center. Keep in mind that at home, you'll be able to consume, nibble on, or lightly harvest the leaves and use them just like the roots. As for the roots, you should leave them alone. Now, if you keep the temperature between 20 and 25 degrees throughout the winter, you'll find your ginger plant looking fresh and lively again in the spring.